All right, so back November 2nd, it's this company called, and I wasn't going to say anything about them, but because I got snagged on the financial side of things when it comes to my credit worthiness, I got to put them out there because they messed me up with a bank. All right, so here we are. It's a company called Dangerfox. Anybody that is watching this, that because their desks, out of all the desks that I've seen online, they got the best desk that I've almost cussed because I'm so upset. The best desk that I've ever seen, at least for my space and things that I wanted for. It matched my aesthetic and everything in here. My space, everything would have been great. But they said in 16 to 18 weeks or earlier, I'll get my desk in November. If you calculate those weeks, it's about around February or March, I should have got my desk. I'm talking too fast. Let me say this. So, when I was trying to put the payment in, nothing was working. I was like, well, how come the payment isn't going in when I'm on the website? So I left it alone. I was about to go back to Sweetwater and say, as much as I don't want the black one, just give me the black one. Because the one that I wanted was the one with the wood, like the oak, the dark stained oak, whatever you call it on the side. I don't even care at this point. I don't even care. So shortly after that call to Sweetwater, I get an email from this guy named Aaron. I believe that he is or was or whatever is the CEO of Dangerfox. All right. So Aaron writes me back. Hey, I noticed that you tried to, present a payment online. Something's wrong with the processing center. I can send you an invoice and you can pay for it there, and we can take care of it. But I was asking him all the questions instead of him telling me how the process goes. That was flag number one that I should have paid attention to. So I'm like, oh, well, how long is it going to take? How was the package going to come in and everything else like that? Because I got to hire a team to put everything together, cable management, put my equipment in there and all that good stuff and all that. And then he wrote back, 16 to 18 weeks or less. I said, all right, great. He said, I'm going to send the invoice over. He sent it over. I paid it. Swiped the card. Didn't hear a damn thing after that. I wrote him like 2 or 3 times after that. Hey, can you, confirm that you received it? Or can you send me hey, thank you so much for your purchase from Dangerfox. Here's your receipt. And here's your next steps, blah, blah, blah. I'm expecting something like that. I didn't get any of that. So I got in contact with Squarespace and talked to them about the transaction. I'm like, oh, that's $3,775 that I just did, and this merchant isn't giving me any information. I think I need to stop this particular transaction. They said, oh yeah, we see the transaction here. Now I did look online and I found out that the Squarespace customer service and everything else, that was legit. So they got in contact with Aaron. Aaron comes back. Hey, John, sorry about that. I'm sending it to you right now. Man, so this going on, that's going on. Here you go. Boom. About 45 seconds later, I got my invoice. I got my next steps. I got everything, when to expect my delivery and all that good stuff. This was in November. I was expecting to have my desk by at least February or March. And then between March and let's say July, I was going to be basically focusing on not just my equipment and not just doing music and everything else like that, but a lot of research and looking into other plugins and all different types of things to get everything functional. Mind you, I still work a 9-to-5 job at this point, right? So I have to make my desk functional even for work. So it was going to take time. And I was looking at it like right now, today is June the 27th of 2025. I'm supposed to be submitting projects by now. It's supposed to be immaculate up here right now. I'm not supposed to be sitting here with a hat on. I'm supposed to be clean, straight up clean, you know what I mean? Taking care of my website, my marketing, and everything else, you know what I mean? And basically promoting my business and my services and all that good stuff. But unfortunately, I'm not because of Dangerfox. So what ended up happening was I got in contact with Dangerfox after March. So between March and like May, I'm sending email. I find him on Instagram. Found him on Instagram. Nothing. No, he's not saying anything. So I got in contact with my bank. I'm not going to say the name of my bank. They really don't have anything to do with it. I'm a little upset at the reasons behind what they did, and I'll explain that in a minute. So what ended up happening was they said, okay, here's your claim number. Send all your information in. We're going to send you a letter. Once you get the letter, send everything to the email that's on that letter, and we'll take it from there. I sent everything, whole truckload of it, everything. Didn't hear anything from them for a while, maybe about 2 to 3 weeks, and I looked at my account and I got credited back to $3,775. I was like, bet, okay. But I let it sit for a minute because I wasn't thinking like, so where am I going to get this desk from? I got to get a desk. I was more so concerned about the transaction instead of looking for another desk. So I did my research and I came across this company called Studio Desk. And to make a long story short about this, I seen this particular company maybe like, man, I want to say this is 2025. So I want to say maybe 5 years ago, 6, like right before 2020, somewhere around that time. Apparently, I had already created an account with this particular company because I liked the desk. But once I saw Dangerfox later on, like around 2022, I forgot all about every desk I looked at. But what I'm saying is, I go to the website and I'm like, okay, this is a nice looking desk. I'm like, why does this desk look so familiar? Whatever. Let me go ahead and create an account. So I go to log in. So you can hit the login button and you have to register and all that. And my email automatically came up. I was like, wow, I didn't even remember that I did this. I'm going somewhere with this. I've seen about 3 desks. I picked the desk that I wanted, and I was still like, it's not Dangerfox, but it'll work. It'll work in my space. You know what I mean? But Dangerfox was perfect. It was perfect. And one thing I can say about Studio Desk, I will put the link in the description below. The customer service is perfect. Customer service is off the hook. They really care about you. They care about what you are trying to do. They ask questions about your studio. You know, they're really into it. And the customer service rep that I came across, at least, he wanted my business. And I couldn't believe the service I got compared to Dangerfox. Seriously. Like, you can even go online and chat with these folks. Like, yo, anybody looking for a desk, I mean, a nice desk, not a represent, but maybe I will run one day represent. I pretty much have to tell you that you should go to Studio Desk. And I put that description. Matter of fact, hopefully you guys can see it. Because it's just called Studio Desk. And it's going to probably look backwards, but here you go. It probably said you were yapping, you stabbing you, because it's backwards. But a Studio Desk. These folks is awesome. So, I found them, got it paid for, did everything I had to do. Got back in contact with the bank because I got upset because I was going to have the cash that got credited back on my credit card to get the desk, and they gouged me. They credited me, but they took $5,000 off of my credit line for that particular card. So it was $10,000, and they swiped $5,000 off, and it's left me with $5,000. Pause. At that point, I only had like maybe $300 on my credit card. Pause. With Studio Desk, I had to use a company called Affirm because I need my desk. So I'm paying out of pocket, paying within time. And it's still all good. I mean, I was paying what I had to pay and still paying what I got to pay. It's been about a month or two, and I've been making my payments and everything without even getting the desk. It took about 7 weeks for me to get everything. 7 weeks. The only thing that's missing is my keyboard tray, because the keyboard tray, thanks to the orange president that thinks he looks gold with the tariffs. I won't say so much more, but I can't. But the orange president that thinks that the orange spray on his face makes him look gold messed everything up with the tariffs. So that one particular piece was separate, and then they brought it. They actually expressed it over because they said I wasn't going to get it until the middle of August, and here we are, still June, and I'm going to get it on Monday, which is the 30th of June. So, needless to say, one of the main things that I learned throughout this whole entire process is please do your research. Please do your research. I'm tired right now. I'm frustrated. I'm sore. Let me tell you about how let me tell you about how this particular package came. It came in a crate. It said door to door. I live in a loft on the 5th floor. So I'm expecting them to bring it to my door and have the white glove treatment and everything. They was like, nah, we gonna leave this right here in the middle of the street. We just need you to sign and you can take it from there. My good friend Lisa, she was just so happened to be over the house at the time. Thank goodness for her. A nice Indian guy, thank goodness for him. Front desk guy named Bill, thank goodness for him. If it wasn't for those folks with my arthritis, let me tell you something. See that? See my hand? See how it's turning to the right? It's like that with my left hand too, and my left knee, and my elbows. I'm in horrible shape. Like, if it wasn't for those folks, I would not have any of this stuff up here. But once I got everything up here, it's up to me at this point. So, yeah, I'm in pain right now because I have rheumatoid arthritis. But it's all good. It's all good. And everything's for a reason. No complaints. But this is where we at. All I want to do is wake up in the morning, get my coffee, get my pastry, work for myself. Don't get me wrong, because my job may see this. I love my job. I'm happy with what I do. I get paid very well. Nothing against them. However, my dream is to wake up in the morning and do what I love, not what I gotta do. Right? Do what I'm passionate about. And what I'm passionate about is just creating, leading, teaching, directing. You know, having a specific standpoint professionally is what I'm about, man. I can't carry that into my 9 to 5. My 9 to 5 is structured in order for me to actually do what I have to do at work for the company, for the vision of the company and everything else. You know, it's a statement when it comes to corporate, and I get it, and I have no problem with it at all. And if anything, it's a lot of things I learned from corporate that I am going to add into Teflon Records. It's just going to have a little flair to it. It's going to be a John Judah way. You know what I mean? Dig me. But that's my goal. I just want to wake up in the morning, get my coffee, get a pastry. You know what I mean? Whether it be 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, or 2 o'clock in the afternoon because I was up all night. Ain't got to punch no clock. I got nothing but a whole bunch of zeros in my bank account. That's all I want to do. And sorry for cussing. Motherfuckers like Dangerfox fucked me up for about 6 months. Time is money, man. And passion is everything. And for all of those true artists out there that know what it is and how it feels to have that artistic frustration because you can't get your shit out, y'all know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. It's not the block. Ain't a block at all. You just can't work because of certain circumstances and obstacles. And Dangerfox is one of them. So, this is my rant. Anybody that's looking at that Dangerfox website, stay the fuck away. Peace. I can't do it like that because my fingers, so peace. Let me see you on the next clip.